Then one go. One try. All right, guys. Thanks so much for actually tuning into the state of the. I can't do it.
I can't. Yeah, it's already like better than it looks. Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about a new legend that will be coming to Apex in the future, and this one is really interesting, and I did a lot of research because it actually ties back into Titanfall 2. It has a little bit of Cuban Blisk actually added in, and I think a lot of people are really going to like when we eventually see him. So we're going to cover that. We're also going to give out a crypto heirloom. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But now, let's go talk about the new clown prince of Apex Legends. Well, let's actually start with Jester's abilities and what the gameplay for it is right now, and what's important to note is that he is known as the Tricky Trapper. He has a passive rewire where he can turn any grenade into a proximity mine that sticks to surfaces. You can press B to toggle between the modes, and you can actually spawn this ability with frag grenades. And his tactical is called Spectre Drop, and you might actually see a similarity with something that we've seen before. And it's where you call in a drop pod with 3 Spectres to guard an area. Only 1 set can be active at a time. Now, when you actually look at this ability, it looks very similar to something we've seen before, and that is for Blisk, and when we got his leak from Bias 12 back in Season 8. It has something that guards an area with a fire rate. We don't see the gameplay of the Spectres yet, but we know that the Spectres are actually coming to the game as NPCs, as Shrugtal found code for Season 13 with a point of interest that will actually have a lot of involvement regarding them. So they are actually coming to the game, and this leak actually confirmed it a little bit before we actually found the data mine files. But since Blisk is actually not in the roster of leaked legends, it looks like his ultimate actually got turned into Jester's tactical moving forward. Who knows when we'll actually end up seeing Blisk, as he was left off of this data mined list, and he is considered right now offline, so he doesn't seem to be coming in the immediate future. Now, Jester's ultimate is called Cloak Field, which creates a short-lived cloaking device that hides all players in a small area. It's like Mirage's ultimate, except it also can impact people on his team, and it doesn't send out decoys. The cloak lasts for 6 seconds after leaving the cloak field, so it looks like Mirage is going to have some competition in the coming seasons. Now, let's actually talk about where Jester came from. We actually have a ton of established lore. You see, Jester was a fully created character for the Titanfall 2 game, but he was actually cut before the game released. However, there were still classes that used him as a model. He even had a form of that cloak field that you could use in the multiplayer. And when I say this guy was cut right before the game, he was cut right before, because there are actually action figures you can already get of this character from Titanfall 2. And his backstory was that he was a bounty hunter for the IMC. He did die. We aren't sure of what actually was the cause of that. And he is a simulacrum similar to Revenant and Ash. However, there is something very important to note, is that he was actually an experimental form of one, because he's not actually the decorated pilot that died. He's actually an AI that was put into the simulacrum to believe that he was the pilot. It's very, very confusing. So we have another character that is coming in the future in that mold, which makes sense because Respawn really seems to like to add them every couple of seasons. Overall, Jester is a very unique character, not only in his abilities, but in the fact that out of all the characters that were leaked, and there are 9 of them total, he is the only one with a somewhat established backstory and lore, and that has a unique fit into the Titanfall universe. Let me know down below what you guys think of Jester and more Titanfall lore getting added to the game of Apex Legends. Don't forget, I'm also doing a $100 giveaway on this video right here, where I'm talking about how Halo had a rise and fall and what really caused it. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.